Hello. It is Wednesday, March 27th, 2024, and I'm actually about 30 seconds early on joining the stream. I'm about 30 seconds early. So don't say I never did anything for you. But I am live coming to you from my home here in Virginia. I'm still at home for now. Will be for the next couple of weeks. And today we're going to continue work on the line. Now, in case this is your first time joining the stream or you haven't been here in a long time, we have been recreating the line, which, as I'm sure you know, is the big line that's being built in Saudi Arabia. However, this isn't quite being built in the middle of the desert, and I think I'm taking a few creative liberties from this as opposed to how they're building it in Saudi Arabia. Now, the last time on Monday, I was trying to redo this intersection, right? I was trying to cut this intersection off from pedestrian traffic in order to basically make traffic not so bad. It doesn't seem that I've done a great job. Joe was telling me that the paths are still broken. How he knew that, I don't know. But I'm going to take Joe at his word for a change, and I'm actually going to kind of just start over here, right? I think the thing to do is maybe to extend these paths. I'm going to extend them pretty much right up, almost touching the circle, pretty much as close as I can get to the circle without actually, I'm going to turn snapping off, pretty much as close as I can get without actually touching. And maybe we can even go a little more over here. Okay, now that does kind of nothing, but that's okay. And from here we're going to try and recreate the paths again. I don't know what's up with the paths. I think Joe might have been right that they weren't actually working. Okay, so that's connected. And what about this one? Yeah, I think that's connected. Now, whoa, is traffic that bad? Okay, now how do these people, instead of trying to be curvy, right, why don't I just go over here? No, let me do it with a single curve, right? So I can come over here and down like that, and then I should be able to do the same over here, right? I should be able to come over and then down like that. Now, it does bother me that they're not like that. Should be it should be connected, right? So I should be able to let's start from the other side. So let's do it this way. We'll start from here. Okay, and we're going to curve it down like that. That's perfect. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay, it's not going to be quite even, but it's going to be. Ugh, that's ugly. I'm going to make it as even as I can. 1, 2, 3. We're going to say. Let's turn snapping off. 90-degree angle to about right there. Okay, and perfect. Now, that's still not perfect, but you know what? I think that's as good as we're going to get. And I'm going to start like that. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We got something weird going on here. Yeah, look at this. Look, the path is like messed up. It doesn't want to. Oh, come on. Why won't it connect? Okay, that has to be connected. Like, right? Well, let's look on the other side. If we look over here, that looks connected. I'm going to assume that these are connected for now. And then what I need to do is I need to connect them to this. So, and then this will just be a simple, nope. I'm going to make it very abrupt. We'll go here, here, here. Perfect. And then this one's going to be very similar. We'll make sure we have our 180 degree angle up top. And then we're going to go here, here, here. Now, that I feel like I can delete this. Okay. Okay, wait. We have people walking on the path. Hopefully this is it. Let's see. Okay, so we have protesters here. This guy, he's going. Where's he going? Wait, there's still people. Where are you coming from? They're probably coming from down here. Oh. And then they're, what if we give them a way to walk, right? Like if we give them a way, like if we go over here and then over here. But they're still walking on the goddamn circle. Okay, but we do have people. Okay, where's this guy going? No. Is anybody going to cross? Is anybody... Okay, where you're headed straight where? How can I stop pedestrian traffic on the circle? All right, so let's see. So if I go over here and then Okay, first of all, I don't want to build anything. It's okay. No, let's see. Is there anything that says, well, let's see. If we put trees on the circle, will that help? I don't think that's going to help. If we put lighting on the circle, that's just going to encourage people. No parking. A pedestrian crossing allows places for foot traffic. Okay, what if I want to not allow? A wider sidewalk than normal. Okay. Okay, and then grass. Okay, I don't understand. Okay. Hopefully, but people are still coming down. I guess they're going the most direct route, which makes sense, but why are they walking in the circle? They're going to have to take their chances. Okay, but what I really want to see, I haven't seen anybody walk from this position, from this area down here. Like William Piper, can I send him to a place? Because like in The Sims, you could say like, go to this position. I want a person to go here, but whatever. Look, the goal was to improve traffic, and I think we've done that. And now we can continue our quest of high-density residential buildings, along with what is this? Along with just building the city in general. So here we have this looks perfect. This looks like a perfect place to do some bulldozing and then building of high-density residential. So we'll get to it. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. It is Wednesday, Hump Day. It is the middle of the week. And before anybody asks, which there's nobody on the stream, but before anybody asks, if you know where I live, you know that I might be near, not near, but near the bridge in Baltimore. And no, I do not live near the bridge in Baltimore. But yes, I do know that bridge that collapsed. And I've been over that bridge many times. And I guess I have been over it for my last time and didn't realize it. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing what we're doing. We have a mission, and we're going to finish it. I got on the couch a little early today. Normally, when I work from home, I'll work, and then around 4:30, I'll get on the couch. I'll have couch time. Love me some couch time. But today it was like 3 o'clock. I decided to do it a little early. I got up. I was tired, and I whatever. I can come up with excuses all day. But I decided I was gonna have early couch time, and so I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm like, I should watch a movie. And I had, scrolling through YouTube Shorts, I had seen a preview for this one movie called Next with Nicolas Cage. And so I I legally purchased that movie, as one does, because there is no other way to watch movies other than legally purchasing them. So I was watching this movie Next with Nicolas Cage, and it was really, really bad. It was a really bad movie. So then I started scrolling through the movies that I have actually purchased through YouTube. And, I know people are like, well, just because you buy a movie through YouTube, you really don't own it. You're still beholden to YouTube. YouTube can still revoke it and lose the, whatever. Okay, fine. Yes, point taken, but, I just don't care that much. So I was scrolling and I watched one of my all-time favorite movies, and I think I have a new travel destination. And Joe's in the room. He says, Coppola, hello, Joe. And Joe, perhaps you have seen the movie Behind Enemy Lines with Owen Wilson. Now, I know Joe gets frightened very easily, and I'm not even making a joke. Like, he really does. He gets scared. I think there was an episode of that Star Trek, not non-Star Trek, Star Trek show that, like, scared him because Joe gets frightened very easily. But I think that's mostly, like, horror related, whereas Behind Enemy Lines is more action related, so maybe it's not too scary for him. But Behind Enemy Lines with Owen Wilson is such a formulaic, like, just, you can predict it with, like, anybody with any common sense knows what's going to happen, but it's such a good movie. It's got Owen Wilson, who I love. It's got Gene Hackman, which, like, if you're as old as I am, you love Gene Hackman. It's got, that's pretty much the only two people. And it's got this awesome Russian dude, this like badass, like Russian bad guy that you just hate, but he's awesome because he's tough and he's just oh, excuse me, like you don't want to mess with that guy. You don't want to mess with him because he's bad news, as the kids say. But so I watched that movie, and I got to tell you, that was so much better than the Nicolas Cage movie that I had legally rented. I don't come here to be insulted. Yes, you do, Joe. Yes, you do. And it's not an insult. You literally are scared of, like, Joe, we've talked about this before. Like, you literally do not have a high tolerance for scary things, like scary movies. You do not have a tolerance for that. Whereas me, like, my favorite genre of movies is scary movies. They're like, scary movies. I love scary movies. That is my thing. But some people, they're not into it, and that's all right. Joe says, but you are correct. There is, wow, the chat, there's a heart that covers up. If I click that, will it? No, I can't. There's like text I can't see from the chat. Wait, what if I do this? What if I do a pop out? If I do pop out chat, then can I see it? Okay. But you are correct. There is an episode of Orville that is too horror for me. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. To each their own. I try my best not to judge. And if a campy Star Trek knockoff that is on network television is too scary for Joe, then who am I to call Joe a sissy? Okay, let's see. So the demand for high density residential continues to go up. So we're just gonna, we'll just keep doing that. But yeah, no. So I watched Behind Enemy Lines. And Joe, I don't know if you've seen it, but I think it's an action movie, so it's not like a horror movie. So maybe you wouldn't hate it. But oh my god, I love that movie. And then, so that was Owen Wilson when he was probably like 25. I think he was, if I had to guess, it was 2001. Don't ask me why I know it was released in 2001, but it was released in 2001. So I think Owen Wilson's a few years older than me, so he was probably maybe 30 when that movie came out. But then he did another movie in like 2012, I think. So that's probably like when he was around in his 40s, and it was a similar vein. Right, a similar spirit, as in Owen Wilson is in a bad situation and he has to get out of that situation, and then he goes through like a series of hurdles in order to get out of that situation. And that movie is called No Way Out. And that is, I own, quote, I own maybe 10, 15 movies on YouTube. I own the entire Saw series, which I know just Joe would hate because that's horror. But I own all the Saw movies, Die Hard 1, Die Hard 2. I own a bunch of Christmas movies, but I own Behind Enemy Lines, and I own No Way Out. And No Way Out is such a good movie. Such a good movie. So No Way Out has it has two of my favorite people. It has Owen Wilson, and it has what's his name? What is his name, Joe? The James Bond guy, not Daniel Craig. What the hell is his name? I gotta look it up. Why can I not? My memory is going... Okay, the movie's not even called No Way Out. Okay, the movie's called No Escape. That's what it is. No Escape from 2015. And it stars Pierce Brosnan. That's it. Pierce Brosnan. Thank you, Joe, even though you didn't tell me. Pierce Brosnan. So No Escape. It starts... So what that movie is about... It is about Owen Wilson, and he is now I like, even though I know it's not the same character, I like to think it is. I like to no, not Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, who, by the way, was my favorite 007. So I like to think that like No Escape is kind of like a spiritual sequel to Behind Enemy Lines. And, so what it is, at that point, Owen Wilson has retired from the Air Force or Navy, whichever one he was in. And he has gone on to, he's a businessman now, right? As is perfectly normal. That happens all the time. People go into the military and they come out of the military and they join the corporate world. Nothing wrong with that. So in the movie, I like, he's a businessman now. And for whatever reason, his family, he's married and he has two daughters. And they moved to Asia. Now, in the movie, they never tell you exactly, they purposely leave the country ambiguous, right? Like, they purposely leave it ambiguous. They don't name a country that they've moved to because in the movie, what happens is, I was going to say Sean Connery, Owen Wilson and his family, they moved to Asia, and literally like the day after they arrive, there was a coup in the country, and government falls, the police fall, and like of course they want to kill, or I don't want to say bad people in the country don't want to do nice things to Owen Wilson and his family. We'll put it that way, and so the whole movie is the same exact thing as Behind Enemy Lines. Like, they're behind enemy lines in this country, and in the movie it turns out that like they're like, oh, we gotta get to Vietnam. Like, it's heavily implied that the country they're in is Thailand, and actually there are certain parts throughout the movie where there's writing, and literally all they did was they took the Thai alphabet, they took Thai script, and they flipped it upside down. Like, that's what they did. Figuring that, like, oh, of course, Americans are never going to, Americans will never figure that out. What is this? What is this guy complaining about right here? What is this? What is? Oh, it went away. So it's heavily implied to be Thailand, even though Thailand does not border Vietnam. I think that's correct. That is correct. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's correct. But No Escape. So I like, when you watch a movie, everybody does this, right? You put yourself like maybe into the protagonist or maybe some side character or something like that. And let's see. I wanted to make Thailand does not actually have a border with Vietnam, as I said, because I am brilliant. So normally, you watch these movies and then you kind of put yourself into, you kind of insert yourself into the position of one of the characters in the movie, and that kind of helps you emotionally bond with the movie and enjoy the movie more. of course, that's kind of like part of the movie watching experience. So with No Escape, it's kind of like, okay, for me personally watching the movie, I would likely put myself into the shoes of Owen Wilson's character, who is roughly the same age as me and, looks like, generic looks like me kind of thing. And it's like, okay, it's easier to identify with that person. However, in the movie is Pierce Brosnan. And Pierce, okay, well, these are mixed use residential. We're going to get rid of these. I think we just are going to do high density residential here. But in the movie, Pierce Brosnan's character is this early 60s-year-old ex-military kind of badass guy who's just kind of like hanging out, like he's not old to the point where he can't do things, but he's kind of like retirement age, not quite, but kind of, and he's just kind of like, it's kind of like if life was a flight, he's like started his descent, right? He's still, cruising out to 38,000 feet. Pierce Brosnan in the movie, he's still at 35,000 feet, but he has started his descent. Still way up there, right? But it's still like a half hour until you're landing. But Pierce Brosnan's character, for reasons I won't go into on a YouTube stream, is often the character I identify most in that movie of No Escape. Even though he is much older than not much older, but he's older enough that it doesn't make sense. But Pierce Brosnan character, because he's like, again, he's just like this military guy, and I'll put it this way, he's single, and he is enjoying life in Asia. So he's a single man enjoying life in Asia, and I can identify at least with the mindset, so to speak. But so No Escape, excellent movie. Behind Enemy Lines, excellent movie. Oh, but I was looking. So if you've seen Behind Enemy Lines, they talk about this town called Hach, H-A-C, but Hach, or H-A-J. Excuse me. And Hach plays kind of like a central role in the movie, so to speak. So, and then there's this statue in the movie as well, where like I'm not going to tell too much about the plot, and it's not like I'm worried about giving away spoilers. The movie is literally almost 25 years old, but there's a statue that plays a pretty important part of the movie. It has a significant role in the movie. We'll put it like that. So I started wondering, like, okay, well, is Hach? Is it an actual town? And that statue that plays a pretty relevant role in the movie, does the statue actually exist? And the answer to both those questions is yes, it does. And let me show you. So if we come over here to Slovakia, it's actually in Slovakia. Now, Behind Enemy Lines I think it's very similar. It never tells you exactly what country it's in. But here is Hach, right here. And this Angel, I don't know why I pronounce it like I was Latino, like it's a Latino word. This is the statue that is in, can I get a better picture? This is the statue that's in the movie, that's in Behind Enemy Lines. It's got 1,000, okay, and that's it. That is now in the movie, the statue is on this cliff, on this mountain, it's all covered in snow. And if you look here, it's more so like behind a farmhouse or behind a church or off the main road of some Slovakian town. So, but I was thinking, like, how cool would it be to go to Hach and to go see that statue? Is that it? I wonder. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You can kind of see it from the road. That's the statue back there. That would be pretty cool, especially considering this is like one of my most favorite movies. Like, it's not a favorite movie because it's like some master directorial work or some master storytelling. It's one of my favorite movies because it's just an easy movie to watch. It has an easy story. It only has a few characters. The struggle is relatable. The struggle is simple to follow. And Behind Enemy Lines, it's just such an easy movie. It's just such a it's like fast food, right? Like it's not the best kind of food you're gonna get, but it tastes good and it makes you full. It tastes good and you enjoy it. That's what Behind Enemy Lines is for me. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. And I was thinking like it would be pretty cool to go here to Hotch. Now, well, let's look. If I was to go to Hotch in Slovakia, where would I have to fly into? Like, what is the capital? The capital of Slovakia is like Bratislava or something like that. Flight connections, is that it? Yeah, this is it. Bratislava, I think, is the capital. Okay, Kosice looks like it's the biggest city nearby. So wait, I'm okay. Yeah, Bratislava is the capital, but Kosice seems to be closest. Now, one thing to keep in mind if I'm going to go visit this town of Hotch in Slovakia, it's literally like let's see, it is from there to there to there. It is 60 miles to Ukraine. So that is something to keep in mind. But anyway, if we zoom in, let's see. I'm just curious about like the easiest way to get the Hotch. Okay, Kosice. There's a flight from Kosice, actually from plenty of places. Dublin, probably London, Zurich. So I would have to take a flight from my local airport to probably like Zurich, and then from Zurich to Kosice. Kosice. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I think, I think that might be on the list, right? Like, I've been trying to like think. I'm not going to do it anytime soon. This might be like a 2025 kind of thing. But I think that might be on the list of places to go. Is because like again, like I love that movie. Joe says my good friend the Random Menace is from Slovakia. He loves it. Well, of course he loves it. I mean, it's his country. Like you just like you love America, Joe. Of course he's going to love his country. Doesn't mean anything. Like I love Bolivia. Doesn't mean anything. But no, I'm sure Slovakia is a beautiful country. Okay, so let's see. But you gotta watch Behind Enemy Lines. If you haven't, you gotta watch it. It's such a, and then you gotta watch No Escape. Now, No Escape doesn't have quite the, so No Escape has the effect on me of kind of hoping that when I am in my early 60s, I have a lifestyle similar to Pierce Brosnan's. It has that effect. And then No Escape also kind of reminds me of why I have little desire to go to East Asia. So like no desire. Well, that's not true. I do want to go to Japan, but Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, no, I have no desire to go there. And Joe, I did want to tell you, so I asked Joe a while back because so in case you are watching this channel and you've only like seen me live or something like that. Wait, what is this? Wait, the university burned down? Oh my God, Joe, the University of Conservative Studies burned down. What happened? What happened? Does that mean I gotta do I have to bulldoze it? I think I need to bulldoze it. Oh my Lord. I have to bulldoze the University of Conservative Studies. Joe is not going to be happy about that. Okay, let's build it back. We can build it back. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not that bad of a thing. Let's upgrade it like we do. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, wait. No, no, no. That's not the upgrade. I want to upgrade this. Okay, so we'll do this here. And I think we had another one here. Okay, and then we'll do there. And then we'll do... Oh. Oh, you... All right, we're just going to go like that right there. Okay. So, hope... You know what I did? I know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. Okay, let's try this again. This is the great thing about having infinite money is you can do things like that. All right. Well, I'll get back. I forgot what I was talking about, but I'll get back to it in a second. Okay, so let's see. So that I didn't mean to do that, but okay. We'll put that down there, and we'll put that there, and then we'll put this here. Okay. I think that is similar to how it was before. And then I think what we're going to have to do is the University of Woke Studies. Sorry, Joe. Hopefully this one won't. We'll see if this one burns down. Maybe what I need to do is I need to build a fire station like nearby. Like, where is the closest fire station? It doesn't seem too far. It's right there. All right. I think we're just gonna have to put a fire station. Oh, I don't even have enough room, do I? I don't. All right. I'm gonna have to put a fire station right here. Oh, I can't. Okay. All right. Well, never mind that idea. That's not going to work. Okay. Huh. All right. We're just going to have to cross our fingers and hope it doesn't burn down. I think that's what we're going to have to do. I don't know why that I don't know why that was acting so weird. Okay. What was I talking about? I was talking about East Asia. I was talking about Thailand. I was talking about not wanting to go to East Asia, like little desire to go there. I was talking about No Escape and Behind Enemy Lines, which are excellent movies. You got to see it. And I completely forgot what I was talking about with Pierce Brosnan. Which, by the way, Pierce Brosnan. I wanted to say arguably the best James Bond, but it's not even arguable. He just is. Like you don't even have. It's like saying, well, 2 + 2 arguably equals 4. Like, no, 2 + 2 is 4. You know, as long as you're talking about like proper field addition. But 2 + 2 is 4. Just as Pierce Brosnan is the best James Bond. So, he excellent. And he's so good in that movie. He's just such a badass character in the movie. Because he's like you can tell that like he was once like ex-military. Or, well, he says he's ex-military. And then, he's just like travels through Asia. And like, oh man. When I'm like in my early 60s, that's what I want to do. It's just kind of like mostly be retired and just kind of just traveling through. Maybe by then I'll be ready to go to East Asia. I don't know. I'll probably still be sticking to my cold places. I love my cold places. Though here, okay. So my plan, my travel plans for the rest of the year are as follows. Wait, is this? I can't tell if that's dense or if that is medium density. I'm going to assume that it's not. I'm going to assume it's this. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this. Okay. So my travel plans for the rest of the year. I am going to take one more trip I'm going to leave within the next 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know where that's going to be yet, but I'll talk about that in a second. Then come late May, early June, I will head to Bolivia. Like when it starts getting hot here in Virginia, I'll probably head to South America because I have successfully avoided the heat for the past 2 years, and I plan to avoid it again this year. And also, I have newfound citizenship in Bolivia. So I am actually a dual citizen. I think I've mentioned that before on here, but I am actually a dual citizen now as opposed to not being one. So I am technically a citizen of the wonderful country of Bolivia, and I want to go to Bolivia because I can get so they have a national ID card, which they call a carnet. It's actually what a lot of Latin American countries call it, as a carnet. But they have and so I can get a carnet, and I can actually even get a Bolivian passport. But they said that it would take maybe 3 to 6 months to process after I get my citizenship, or I could maybe get it done quicker if I was in Bolivia. So if I went to Bolivia, I could. Let's put a playground right in the middle of the. There we go. Let's see. You said something you wanted to say to me in case people only watch this channel live. Then you got distracted. What did I want to tell you? I remember saying that, but now I don't remember what I want to tell you. Oh, okay. It's about my travel plans. All right. So I asked Joe a while back, if he could go somewhere, where would he go? And I think, Joe, you mentioned Guam and Samoa. And I was seriously considering Samoa. And the reason I was seriously considering Samoa, and I would still like to go to Samoa eventually, is because, and I'm sure you know this, Joe, but because you can go to Samoa and then you can go to American Samoa, and Samoa. Did I talk about this already? Samoa and American Samoa are like a 10-minute flight from each other. Yes, I did talk about this, but the international date line. So maybe I already did tell you this. So long story short, I don't think I'm going to be going to Samoa now. Instead, so the trip I'm going to make in a couple of weeks is where I was thinking about going to Samoa. Don't think I'm going to go to Samoa. I think instead, and I would love some thoughts on this, but I think instead of Samoa or Guam, I am going to spend a week in South Africa, and then a week in Botswana, and then maybe a week in Namibia. Is it Namibia or Zimbabwe? Let's look. It's right north of Botswana, Zimbabwe. So I am thinking about flying to Cape Town. So I did want to go to St. Helena, but I've kind of decided against that, and I'll explain why. But I think I'm going to go Cape Town, and then spend a week there, fly from Cape Town to Gaborone, spend a week there, and then go from Gaborone to Harare, spend a week there, and then come home. All three of these cities, especially Cape Town, are in Gaborone, actually. Cape Town and Gaborone are actually very safe. Harare is safe. I don't want to say very safe from what I've read. I was thinking about spending a week in Johannesburg, but basically what I read, Johannesburg is, where is it? It's up here. There it is. I was thinking about spending a week there, but basically what I have read about Johannesburg is like you only want to spend a week in Johannesburg if you want to, as they say on YouTube, unalive yourself. So it was basically like, don't go to Johannesburg unless you absolutely, positively have to. And so I don't think I'm going to go to Johannesburg, though if I do eventually go to St. Helena, I will have to go to Johannesburg, at least for a night. But, people were like, well, if it's just for a night and you stay at a hotel near the airport, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Joe says, worst travel plan yet. I had a feeling that would be your sentiment, or some. I had a feeling your sentiment would be along those lines. No, I don't. I think I've been doing all this traveling, and obviously, like, I prefer cold places, northern places, Scandinavia. Like, love Scandinavia. I love Southern South America, but I got to branch out a little bit. I went to Asia when I went to India back in January. Those videos will be coming out in a few weeks, and then I've got to see more. I've got to see Africa. And I'm really hoping that I'm hoping I have a good trip. Obviously, I don't want to have a bad trip. But I'm hoping that this will be kind of like a launching point into more trips to Africa. If I go on this trip and I'm relatively comfortable, because I'll admit, when I went to India, I wasn't sure what to expect, and I wasn't sure is this going to be? Am I going to be? I just wasn't sure what to expect when I went to India, and it ended up being awesome. I never felt well. I was going to say I never felt uncomfortable, but I should say I never felt more uncomfortable than I have felt traveling to any other foreign country for the most part. I have felt uncomfortable in South America. I have felt uncomfortable in Europe. So of course there were times I felt uncomfortable in India, but it was nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing that you wouldn't expect just from, being a foreigner in a foreign land. So I don't know. I hope that this will, whoops. Hopefully this will open up some some new places to travel to. Africa is really close by. You can get to Ghana. I was thinking about going to Ghana, to the capital of Accra. The only problem there is you need a visa to get there, and I'm weird about. You have to literally fill out some paperwork, enclose a money order, and then mail the paperwork, the money order, and your passport to the embassy of Ghana with a pictures, and then they mail you your passport back. And I'm I don't know about that. I don't know that's a little. I mean, no offense to the government of Ghana, but I don't even know you, and you want me to trust you with my passport that intimately? No, we just met. I'm just thinking about going to you. I'm just thinking about entering you. I haven't even entered you yet. I don't know you that well. So that's yeah. No. So I don't know that I'm going to be going to Ghana unless I can hopefully Zimbabwe, for example. They have a visa on arrival, so you get a visa when you get it at the airport when you arrive. Finger crossed. I hope so. But I'm nervous. Normally I get excited when I'm thinking and planning a trip and I want to buy the tickets, and I get excited. I'm yeah, I'm going to buy those tickets. Oh my God, I can't wait to buy the tickets. But with this, I keep stalling. I keep stalling on buying the tickets. I'm nervous. What is this guy complaining about? No medical. Why do they keep complaining about no medical supplies? Do I want to connect a road? Would that help with the medical supplies? What if... No, because then... what if I connect a pedestrian walkway? Can you do that? It looks like you can. I'm going to connect a pedestrian... can you have an external connection of a... You can! Does that mean people can walk to my city from a different town? Okay, I gotta try that. I'm gonna do this one too. Okay. Well, wait a minute. The cars came in. Oh my God! There's people coming in. Look at this. Wait. They're walking with their dog. Moving in. Oh, they're moving in on foot. They're moving in on foot. Okay. Well, if that is the case, then I've got to connect this side too. All right, so let's come all the way down here. Oh no, the chicken farm might be blocking. Let's see. It's not going to let me build through it. Oh, can I rezone the chicken farm? Is that possible? Okay? The zoning is always a challenge with. No. How do you zone the chicken farm? Oh wait, here. Oh, can I bring it in? Oh, I can bring it in. Okay. So I can make the chicken farm a little smaller. It would be helpful if I could see the roads, but I can't. That's okay. All right, I think that's good. So let's go ahead and add these pedestrian external connections. That is awesome. All right, I'll do that. All right, I think the chicken farm's good. Okay, cool. We have external connection. Oh wait. Oh, this is. Oh, I guess it is an external connection. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, perfect. So yeah, like I've been nervous about buying these tickets to South Africa. Like I've just been nervous. I don't know. I don't know. I need to just do it, right? Right? And the reason I'm not going to Guam is I have to be conscious of time zone just for like professional reasons, work reasons. And well, Guam is worse. American Samoa is 6 hours behind, and Samoa is either 6 hours behind, but one day ahead, or it's just 18 hours ahead. So, and that would be a pretty cool thing. Is like I could be in Samoa on a Saturday talking to people here who are working on a Friday, right? Like it would just be like my weekend in Samoa would be Sunday and Monday, which isn't that bad. But no, I think it's going to be South Africa. I think that's where I'm going to go, and I think I'm looking at like April 20th. I think it is. April 20th is. Oh my God. Joe, what is the name of Homer's friend, Barney? Yeah, April 20th is Barney's birthday. Isn't that his name? Barney's the name of the friend who always goes to Moe's Tavern with Homer. Yeah, he's like, the chronic alcoholic. But April 20th is Barney's birthday, and Barney shares a birthday with somebody else. And the only reason, and I'm not going to mention that somebody else's name, but the only reason I remember that they share a birthday is because there's a Simpsons episode where Homer says, "Oh, it's not April 20th. That's Barney's birthday." Or like, that's so and so's birthday, the same as Barney's. And I'm not going to say who so and so is, but you might be able to guess. All right. Let's just keep building this up. Oh wait, I wanted to check on Joe's house. Oh, here's Joe, still complaining. But Joe, look, you're a buddy. You're a pal. So what I'm going to do you still have Sassy? I haven't heard you talk about Sassy in a while in your stream. So I'm going to assume you do. And I hope that's not a bad question. I hope something bad didn't happen and I wasn't aware. But I'm going to assume the best. And I'm going to put a dog park. Even though it's technically outside of the line, I'm putting a dog park right across the street from your house just so you can take your dog over to the house. Like, that's what friends are for. That's what friends do. Okay. And Joe confirms it. Yes, it was Barney, the town drunk. That is his name. Okay. So the pedestrian roads seem to be a good way to kind of like assure that there is not a lot of traffic. Oh, wait. I was going to say to assure that there's not a lot of traffic on the roads. Look at this. And this is a pedestrian road. Joe says, yes, Sassy is listening. Okay, yes. Well, now Sassy has her own dog park right across the street from the house where she can go. She can chase squirrels and pee on poles and do all that stuff that dogs like to do. So just stop complaining about the air pollution already. You're fine. You're fine. All right. Next, Joe's going to be saying that we're destroying the climate. The air's not healthy. Everybody's got to buy EV cars. All right, so let's see. We got this. Let's do this. No. We're going to do this. But looking, behind enemy lines and looking at everything about Slovakia today, it really got me thinking, like, maybe I should just go to Slovakia. Like, but that, I mean, what is safer? Like, honestly, what do you think is safer? South Africa or like 50 miles from Ukraine? Like, you know, it's not a great decision. South Africa or 50 miles from Ukraine. I will say there was this guy. He was kind of an idiot, but there was this guy. He was like, I spent 24 hours at an Airbnb in Kiev, or suddenly how they pronounce it now, Kiev. I don't know how you really pronounce it. And then like the guy was scared. You know, he was scared. He was scared poopless essentially. But there has always been something fascinating for me. Well, let me reword that. I have always been fascinated by the prospect of being a war correspondent. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, when all that stuff was happening, like when Haiti was in the news because, you know, Mayor Barbecue was like running the show and like everything like that. You had this BBC reporter who has this thick British accent, as white as a ghost, just walking down the street in downtown Haiti City, whatever. What is it? Is it what is the capital of Haiti? But he's just walking down in the middle of Haiti, and I'm like, are you crazy? Port-au-Prince. But then you know, and like I always wanted to go to Beirut. Because, like, growing up, Beirut was like a war zone. And I'm not even being hyperbolic. It was a literal war zone. But you would always have, like, and it was always, like, these British reporters that are just like, I'm here in downtown Beirut, and it is getting completely bombed right now. We're in a shelter. And it's like, I've been fascinated. Like, oh, my God. Like, I get the rush. Like, it has to be a rush. Being in that environment and just, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like I get it. I get why war correspondence is a thing. I completely understand it. But I'm not going to go to Haiti. So that's not the point I was making. I actually forgot the point I was making, as has been a theme tonight. But oh man, being a war correspondent, I totally understand that. And like in a different life, I would do that job. Like in a different life, I would do that job now. Like, actually, not even if you came to me, if somebody like Elon Musk comes to me and he's like, I want you to be a war correspondent for ENN, the Elon News Network, but it has to be something like, you know, like while I'm working, all expenses paid, right? I don't want to have to worry about bills. I don't want to have to worry about people I love that kind of depend on me. You know, I want them to be taken care of. Anything happens to me, they're taken care of. And they're currently taken care of while I'm working. And then also there'd have to be a deal of like, and then after 5 years you can get out and then you get a pension or you get a big lump sum of money or something like that. I would do it. I don't even know anything about war correspondence, but I would do it. Oh my God, I would do it. Maybe. But you would have a cameraman. So you wouldn't be alone. It would be you and your cameraman and maybe a producer. So there's probably like 3 of you going to the... But, you know, you wonder about logistics. Like that guy that was in Haiti, like, where's he staying? Like, and how did he get there? And how did he... Like, oh, I get it. I was looking at this one company, and I might have talked about this one. Joe, please stop me if I've already talked about this. But I was looking at this one company. I'm going to find the name of them. I'm going to find the name. Let me find the name of it. No. Let's see. Where is it? I have it somewhere. Give me a minute. Just give me 1 minute, okay? Just 1 damn minute is all I'm asking for. Okay, here we go. Got it. Okay, wait. Let me copy the URL. Wait, no. Wait. I got it. Just give me a minute, please. Okay, here it is. Okay, I got the URL. Let me Did I? Okay, I copied the. And then let me put the chat back. I got to get the chat room back because I got to be able to see when Joe texts me. Okay, there it is. All right, so Rocky Road Travel. Right now, this is not an endorsement because I've never used this company. I know nothing about them, but a couple of YouTubers that I watch have used them. Look at these destinations. Look at these. Look at these places you can go with Rocky Road Travel. All right. So we have Afghanistan. How awesome would that be to go to a place controlled by the Taliban? And I was reading about this with Afghanistan. What happens is like this company, they help you get the visas and the paperwork required. So what happens is you like they have packages and you arrive in Afghanistan, and day one they take you to a market where you buy clothes that are more typical of the locals, and like that's how you dress for the rest of your time in Afghanistan. You dress like a local. So awesome. Okay, Eritrea. I have no real desire to go to Eritrea. Like, nah. Iraq. Oh my God. So when I went to India, I remember we were flying over. Now, here's a tip. Here's a tip, kids. I don't know if I've mentioned this one here before, but here's a tip. If you're on a plane, your phone might not get text messages or a signal or anything, but your GPS will still work. And sometimes it takes a minute, but like if you load up your phone and you go to the map, and then there's that little like center icon that like tells you like, you know, center me in the map, kind of like tell me where I am. It can take a couple of minutes sometimes, but it will find you and it will tell you where you are. But of course, planes also have maps nowadays. A lot of them do, not all of them. But we were flying over Iraq, and I was looking outside. I was looking out of the window. Where's my phone? Because I took pictures of this, but I don't know where my phone is. But there were like these. So we're at like 38,000 feet or whatever, and you're looking down on the surface, and there's like these huge, bright orange red lights, like just all along. And at some, like, I thought maybe they were fires, but they're not. They were like, I found that. Let's look for them. They're like I forgot. There's some kind of signaling system, some military thing. So when I went to India, I flew over this little sliver of land right here. Like, we didn't go over Saudi Arabia, we didn't go over Iran. We flew through Iraq, like right over this little sliver here. And there were all these, let's see if we can find them, because I think it was Kabul. Was it Kabul? I remember. Oh, Basra. Okay, so let's see. I found these before. Now, I don't want to spend too much time because that's a boring stream. Not that my stream is extremely fascinating anyway. But they were just these bright orange lights, and I had no idea what they were, and I'm still not exactly sure what they were. But I thought maybe might be some type of like visual signaling system for airplanes so that they know where Iraq space is and Iranian space is, so that they don't accidentally cross into Iranian space or something like that. I wasn't sure, but they were everywhere. And I was just so fascinated by that. And also, look, this is my first time to that part of the world, right? Literally my first time ever over there. So this might sound a little naive to people who have traveled over there regularly. But you hear about Iraq. I mean, I remember hearing about Iraq in like 1989 or 1990, whenever George Herbert Bush took us into Iraq, and it was all over the news. You know, I'm old. And then so you hear about Iraq, and then of course you hear about it in like the early 2000s, and with W taking us, and so all these years you hear about this country that's just like way off in the distance. It's just so far away, and there's war and all these people, and there's oil, and bad things are happening. But then you're like fly over it, right? You're flying over it, and you're looking out the window, and it just looks like any other city that I have flown over. Like, I have flown a lot. I've mostly flown over North America and South America and a fair bit over Europe, but flying over Iraq, it looked just like any other city from 30,000 feet. Now, I know that doesn't sound profound or anything like that, and I wasn't necessarily expecting anything different, but it was just kind of like I don't know how to put it. It was just kind of like this, like, it just looked like any other city. But to see it in person, it just was like, I want to go there. I want to go there. And look, you can go there with this destiny, with this travel agency. You can go to Iraq, Mauritania, which is in Western Africa. I've always been a little fascinated by it because the land borders are kind of very ambiguous, and I think like they're not well defined. North Korea. There are many places in this world that I would go to. There is probably no place in the world I would not travel to except North Korea. Absolutely, positively, will never go to North Korea. Papua New Guinea, no real desire to go there. Pakistan, I would love to go to Pakistan. But I don't know that I would need a tour group to go to Pakistan. Like, what is the capital? It's not Kiribati. It's Karachi? No. What is the capital of Pakistan? But the capital, from what I understand, is not, and it's not super dangerous. Karachi. Yep. I was close. Kiribati. But Pakistan, Somalia. I have been fascinated with Mogadishu. With Mogadishu, I have been absolutely fascinated. I've always wanted to go there, just because it's like, it's so forbidden and it's so neat. South Sudan, meh. Syria, meh. Yemen. So I read this book. Backpacking Through Baghdad, I think was the name of it. But it was this book about this guy who he was a war correspondent, and he mostly covered the Middle East, so he had a lot of work. And he spent like a month in Yemen, and it was just the way he talked about Yemen, it just made me want to go to Yemen. And Joe says Yemen is at civil war. Yes, but what country isn't at civil war, Joe? Like, literally, what country is not in the middle of some type of civil war? Even this beautiful country of America. But so there's all these places I want to go to, and for some reason I would sooner book this trip to Afghanistan than I would buy my tickets to Cape Town, South Africa. I just need to buy them. I just need to jump in and do it. And I kind of felt the same way about India. Like, I was really nervous about going, but then I was like, you know what? You just got to get on the plane. Just get on the plane. The plane's going to take you there. Whether or not you want to go, once you're on the plane, you're going. And I got there, and it was fine. All right. Demand for high residential is high, so we're gonna build this little area. Why don't we just build this section up? But I think Yemen is in civil war. I would probably still go. Like really, like if Elon comes to me with that, like I said, he wants me to be the ENN war correspondent. I'll do it. Like, you got to take care of me. You got to, in case anything happens to me, you got to make sure that the people that I take care of are taken care of. But I do it. Like, you got to make sure my dog and my cats, definitely got to make sure that they have a place to live. And no, you know what? No. You got to make sure that they continue to live here, because this is their home, and they're going to have a caretaker move into the house. And okay. So let's see, what is up with Joe? Tell me what's up with the no medical supplies. What is going on with that, and what is happening here? Should I make this a circle? I think I'm going to make this a circle. Oh, speaking of idiots, my dog's outside. Can you hear him? Yep. Alright, let's see if that helps any. I think he hears me, and so he move on. Yeah, he's going to be really confused now. All right. So no medical supplies. I would really. Oh, and I wanted to look up the subway line. How many people? I remember when we destroyed the other subway line that it had like 2,000 users. It had 2,000 passengers. Now we're like under 1,000. I'm not sure I understand that. But okay. And then why? I'm getting a lot of abandoned buildings. I'm going to leave the abandoned buildings alone for a minute. And I'm going to start, I think in this little area here, we have a continuous demand for high density office buildings. So I think I'm just going to keep building those. So let's see. That's a 90-degree angle right there. All right, high density office buildings coming up. All righty, perfect. And I should probably look at look at schools. There might I need to look at education because high schools. I think high schools were kind of there were no. Oh wow! Look, demand for the high density office buildings dropped immediately. All right, let's. What is going on with? I am so sick of having to bulldoze buildings. What, that is such a dumb feature. It literally is a ridiculous feature. Okay, and then I always forget what the other ridiculous feature is or the other ridiculous thing you gotta care for. It's not water, something else. Schools. Let's look for schools. Elementary school. Desperately need an elementary school. So we will put an elementary school. We'll put it here. No, we'll put it here. And that's going to make the residents mad, but that's okay. Actually, let's move it. Let's make it flush against here. No. Let's just leave it where it's at. But we are going to upgrade it, right? Oh, we can't. Can we give the kids a playground? Yes, we can give the kids a playground. What about the wings? Yes. Just like pads, the school has wings. All right. And then I think we'll just go ahead and we'll fill this in with high density residential. So let's do that. So we got this. Okay. And we're going to surround the school with high density residential, like I said. Okay. Perfect. Nice. And then what about, so now that we've added a school, high school I think seemed okay. College, I'm not too concerned. I'm just going to, you know what, if you can't get into a university, then maybe you should just go get a trade job. And actually, why even go to university? Just get a trade job. There's nothing wrong with trade jobs. Okay. And then what about medical? Let's see. Healthcare, crematorium, cemetery, all of that looks good. Fire. Remember, the University of Conservative Studies burned down. The University of Woke Studies is still standing. So, sorry, Joe. And what about police? It seems like we have pretty good police coverage. There's cars everywhere. Police cars everywhere. All right, so let's go ahead and add some more office buildings. We'll do that. And we are going to have to think about adding a couple more metro stops soon. I'm actually tempted to just go ahead and build in the roads. Let's do that. Let's just go ahead and complete the roads, okay? That'll be a nice, mindless, mind-numbing exercise that I can just kind of do and not really have to think too much. Relaxing. Just enjoy the sound of my silence. Or just enjoy the sounds of me building roads. Alright, so this is going to be spaced out a little weird, but that's okay. Let's put one there. Alright. Yeah, so what else is going on, everybody? Yep, I did, at the very beginning of the stream, I was talking about the bridge in Baltimore a little bit. That I have been over that bridge many times. It has been several years since I've been over the bridge, but having grown up in Maryland and having lived in Maryland for a good part of my life, I have spent a fair amount of time in Baltimore. I have mostly because I have I've dated a fair amount of women who lived in Baltimore. And so when you go to Baltimore, you don't necessarily go over that bridge, but the bridge helps to get to certain parts of the south side of Baltimore. There's certain parts of that part of Maryland that are easier to get to if you take that bridge. So I have been over that bridge before. I've been over it several times. My friend James, he used to live in, not Mechanicsville. I forget the name of where he lived. It's not that far from the University of Maryland Baltimore campus. Our UMBC, Baltimore College. I don't remember. But he used to live in a basement where if we would go out, we'd go out to like a club in Baltimore, and then we'd come back to his place at like 2 a.m. and then spend the rest of the night smoking weed and then passing out at 5 a.m. Oh, those were good times. But, when we would do that, we would go over the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Like that was part of it. And I was talking to my mother last night, and we were talking about the bridge because my mother is also a fellow Marylander who has been over that bridge a number of times, and she said that she never liked it, and I kind of knew what she was talking about. Like it was a. So I guess the best way to explain it is to kind of compare it to another bridge. And the main, like if you talk before this incident, if you talked Maryland and you talked bridges, you were probably talking about the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, which is a huge bridge. And you go over that bridge, and like that bridge feels sturdy. Like that bridge isn't going anywhere. But like certain bridges, like the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore and I think it's the Key Bridge in D.C. that connects D.C. to, one of the mini bridges that connects Northern Virginia to D.C., but this connects it to Georgetown directly, which I think is the Key Bridge. It didn't feel sturdy. It felt kind of flimsy. And I remember my mom noted that, and I was like, kind of, because it was one of those bridges that it had a lot of grates on the road. It wasn't pavement. It was like grates. I get it. So I guess and then and somebody said something. It was one of my foreign friends who said something like, yeah, what are they going to do for the next 2 or 3 years until they rebuild it? And I'm like, are you kidding me? 2 or 3 years? Do you not know how things work in America? I will be surprised if there is another bridge there within 10 years. If that bridge is replaced within 10 years, it will be a miracle. As a matter of fact, I'm going to set myself a reminder on my calendar. Okay? And I do this a lot. I set reminders for the distant future a lot. So we're going to go to year. Here, let's do this. So let's go to 2034. What is today? Today is March 20. Might have some private stuff on here, so I'm not going to put that there. But I'm going to set a reminder. Okay. Nothing going on here. How do I set? Okay, add time and title. Check. Okay. No. Let's see. Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse / accident. And then I'm going to put in the description. I'll put, let's see what we got here. On my live stream, I said it would be a miracle if that bridge was replaced within 10 years. Has it been replaced? All right. Oh, no, go away. Oh my God, what did I do? Okay, has it been replaced? Question mark. Got it. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, in 10 years, we'll see. I guarantee you. I mean, obviously, I can't guarantee you, but I bet you, 10 years, that bridge won't be replaced in 10 years. It will. I wanted to say I don't know that I will be alive when that bridge is replaced, but I think I probably will. I think within 15 to 20 years, a new bridge will be opening. 15 to 20 years, a new bridge will be opening. Yeah. It's going to take them 5 years just to settle on a design for the bridge. Right? Well, first they got to clean it. They got to get all the debris, and then they have to decide that they're going to build a new bridge, which they most likely are, because it wasn't a major artery, but it was a significant artery, and it needs to be replaced. So they're going to replace it, but so it's going to take them 5 years just to kind of get to the point of like, all right, this is what we want to build. After that, another year or two to accept bids and plans, and then for them to decide on a contractor, and then after that, probably another 3 to 4 years for permits and funding and everything else required to actually start. It's going to be 8 to 10 years before construction on a new bridge even starts, and completion will be 5 to 10 years after that. It is not going to be and my friend was like, they were talking about like it was going to be, like, oh my God, that might be like a whole 2 or 3 years without that bridge. And I'm like, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. No, I will be shocked. I will be flabbergasted if that bridge is replaced within 10 years. Within 10 years, I will be legitimately shocked. Okay, let's just go down the line here. I mean, I was going to say we might be able to connect this by tonight, but I don't know that we're going to get all this built up by tonight. We might be calling it. We might be tapping out. But I think Friday night, I'm going to do a stream Friday. So I think I mentioned on Monday how, of course, I mentioned it was my birthday, which Joe forgot. But it was my birthday over the weekend, and on Saturday I bought a what is this? Crime scene. Oh, my stars and garters. Do you need a police station? All right, fine. But I mentioned how it was. Oh, wait, did I give you a school? No, it was a police station. Okay. I mentioned how it was my birthday over the weekend, and on Saturday, I bought a bottle of wine, and I never even opened the wine. But I think what I'm going to do is Friday, I might open that bottle of wine, and we might do a drunk stream. I think that's what I'm going to do Friday. Joe says, I expect 5 years. Federal government will fast track the project. No, it's going to be 5 years. Construction won't even. I will be shocked if construction begins within 5 years. As a matter of fact, let's put money. Joe, $20. How does that sound? $20. I'm going to put it on my calendar. Let's see. I'm going to put it on my calendar for 5 years. It'll be 2029. March 27th. Okay. I'm just going to do Baltimore Bridge collapse. Let me see. It's Joe still. Joe. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. More options. Joe says the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge will be replaced within 5 years because the government will fast track the project. I'm betting him $20 that he is wrong. All right. It's a bet, Joe. Whether or not you agreed to it, which you didn't, it's a bet anyway. 5 years is extremely optimistic. I do not see it happening. I just don't. Especially with Baltimore. Like it's Baltimore is it's Baltimore with it. I don't want to say it's corrupt. That sounds like such a generic thing to say, but let's just say that there's going to be a ton of bureaucracy, just a massive amount of bureaucracy, and yeah, they're going to get aid from the federal government to replace it. Daddy government is going to send them money to help them replace it. But do you really think that money, like, or do you think that like all that money is actually going to go to the project? Do you think all that money is going to go to the bridge? No, no. You know there's going to be some scandal in like 8 years where some mayor misused federal funds for vacations in the Caribbean. And why do people always go to the Caribbean? Like, you always hear about, like, whenever it's a scandal that involves trips or vacations, it's always people going to like Mexico or to Jamaica or to somewhere. I don't get it. I realize that it's just a me thing that likes the cold. I mean, there are other people that like the cold, but I realize that for the most part, it is just that's a me thing. That's a me thing. If I was going to embezzle money for vacations, it's like for a trip to Tromsø in January. Like, I'm embezzling money. No, I'm embezzling money so that I can go on an Antarctic cruise. That's what I'm embezzling money for. But these people, they always just want to go to like, Cabo, St. Lucia. I don't get it, Just so you can go sit on a beach and be sweaty and just, ugh. Sounds awful. All right. I think we're going to surround this and then we're going to put some, wait a minute. I think maybe we'll put some mixed use apartments across the street from the stadium, right? Because after a game, you're going to want some place to go for like a burger, right? You're going to want to like go to a bar and like have a drink if your team wins or if your team loses. Let's go ahead and just give them like this little block here. Put like a corner store there. There you go. Yeah, I like that. I like it. All right. So let's just keep working our way down. We're not going to pay too much attention to like to the game. No, we're not going to pay too much attention to like making sure all the needs are met right away. I think what we're going to do is I kind of want to just get it built out, and then we'll come back and like address those things as needed. I think trying to get this line to 100,000 people, I think that is a realistic goal that we can accomplish. Maybe not tonight, but, before I get tired of building this city, I think it's something we can do. I think if we work together, if we put our minds to it, we can do it. You know what? This block right here, this is going to be like park block. I'm just going to fill this up with parks. Well, I should probably do a park maintenance depot. So let's do that. Are there any upgrades for this? Oh, there are upgrades for that. Okay. Put that there. And then put that. Okay, perfect. Okay. So now what we can do is we can move this. And then we got to do a dog park because dogs deserve a place to have fun. And then we can, oh, that's a big one. Oh, you're a big boy. Okay, let's do this. And small playground. Do I have a small playground? It's really hard. I don't think I do have a small playground. Okay. That's just a lot of parks right there. There's just like, that's the block where you go where you want to party with parks. All right, there's one thing I need to do. Nope, that's the wrong. Okay, that's what I want to look at right there. All right, that's the money shot. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like replacing something on the other screen over here. I got a headache. I think it's from talking so much. All right, let's see. All right, we got that. So yeah, I think Friday. I think if I open that bottle of wine and literally like I drink so little, so if I just have like half the bottle, I'm gonna be wasted. So maybe I'll have the whole bottle. We'll see. I think that'll be a fun thing to do. Okay, let's go over here. And you know what? I am an adult male. I work hard. I do. I work. I whoa. I am a hard worker, and I deserve to lay back and get drunk, right? I do. So, and Friday. I was going to say, Friday is Friday good. Is this coming Friday Good Friday, or was last Friday Good Friday? I'm not sure. I think this coming Friday is Good Friday. Not that it matters. So wait, is today Ash Wednesday? Isn't Ash Wednesday like around Good Friday? How does that work? Like Ash Wednesday is like related to Good Friday, which is related to Passover, which is related to Easter, something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I do know it's Ramadan, and I think Ramadan ends on Friday. So there's like a bunch of things that just kind of all happen, and maybe that's just a sign that I should open that bottle of wine over the weekend. All right, let's fill this out. Let's just do a sledgehammer solution. Boom. Okay. I'm really tempted to just go big, all out. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Joe says this Friday. So Passover, or no, Good Friday is this Friday. Okay, Good Friday is this Friday. That's what I figured. All right. Ash Wednesday was February 14th. Well, isn't Ash Wednesday related to Easter? If not, then what is Ash Wednesday? What is it? Why? Why do we have it? What is the purpose? What does it serve? What does it mean? What is the significance? I want to know these things. Is this? Oh, I look at this area here, and I see an area that needs to be replaced. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's replace part of it with high density offices, and we'll replace the other part of it, which will place the other part of it with high density residential. Okay, perfect. I was getting ready to bulldoze that. Okay, so bulldozing, it will bulldoze things by itself automatically. Alrighty, we got that going. How's the parking lot doing? The parking lot still not full. That's good. That's good news. This is okay. What we're gonna build one more row of parking lots. Ash Wednesday is the start of Lent. But that don't you? I thought Lent was when you give something like you give up some sinful activity or something or some kind of vice you sacrifice for Lent, and I thought that led up to Easter or something like that. Apparently not. Apparently I don't. Apparently I'm a terrible Christian, which makes sense because I'm not really a Christian. I'm not really religious, so it makes sense that I would be a bad Christian. Okay, let's build one more row of parking lots and then we're going to call it a night. So let's do this. And I remember we had trouble trying to figure out where to put but what, you know what? Well, wait a minute. No. It's going to be right there. Oh, can I build it? Is it going to let me put it down without the road? Oh, it did. It did. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So then I can just build the road. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so we'll come over here. And then, of course, we'll have another circle. A large circle. Okay. Oh my God, that's so good. I also wanted to mention how, so I mentioned how I had my birthday and how I received a cake for my birthday, which was very nice. The cake was officially finished today. It only took about 3 or 4 days to finish it, but the cake was successfully completed today. Which honestly is good because when there's things like that in the house, I will eat them. And like, I don't keep snacks in the house. Like, I try not to keep chocolate or just snacky things. I don't like to keep a lot of them in the house because I don't. Okay, when I lived alone, it is so easy to lose weight, at least for me. So easy to lose weight when I live alone because first of all, I am in control of my own destiny in terms of what I eat when I live alone. Nobody's feeding me, right? And one thing I learned a long time ago, and this might be different. It's just, everybody is unique. Are those? Oh my God, that's so uneven. What was I saying? Oh, wait. Is it just me or is that oh man, wait a minute. Okay. That looks, I guess that looks okay. That looked uneven for a minute. Okay. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying is how easy it was to lose weight when I lived alone. And the reason that is because I was in control of my own destiny. And I learned no, that's crooked. Wait, is that crooked? Is that crooked or not? Why am I like this? Has joined the chat room. Hello. No, I am not building Chicago. I am building the line, right? You might have heard of the line in Saudi Arabia that they're building. Well, that is what I'm building here. I am building the line. And the roads here, even though you do see vehicles, they are all pedestrian roads. And on the pedestrian roads in CS2, you are allowed to have things like buses and utilities like trash and police and stuff like that. So that's why you do see traffic on them. But for the most part, it is just pedestrian traffic. But the idea being is if you're coming from out of town and you want to get into the city, that you need somewhere to park. And so that is what the parking lot is. Joe says you have to redo all the parking lots. No, are you saying they're all crooked? No, they're not. That definitely looks crooked there. That definitely looks uneven. I'm not redoing them. You know what? If that's how, I don't, I've been saying that what would Steve do? I don't care what Steve would do. I thought this was Chicago in a nutshell. I don't know. I'm not extremely familiar with Chicago. There's more parking spots in Chicago than citizens, I think. Well, America has more guns than it has people, so it wouldn't surprise me if it has more parking spaces than people as well. All right, so let's do... Whoop. All right, so we're just going to fill in a couple more parking lots, and we're going to call it a night. All right, so put that one there. All right, perfect. And then we're going to extend this over. It should be pretty easy now that we have found kind of where we want things to go. Why am I like this? Says it's currently raining with a lot of wind in my village, and it sounds like the noises the Titanic was making before breaking apart. Okay, so first of all, know immediately that why am I like this is not American, probably not Canadian either, because it's very rare that a Canadian, actually, very rare that a Canadian or an American would refer to where they live as a village. That is a very European thing to do. I think probably English people, I don't think Australian people necessarily do that. English people do, but I would say chances are that why am I like this is probably not a native English speaker, that wherever they live is probably somewhere not an English speaking country. That's what I'm going to guess. Am I right? I got to know if I'm right. Just the fact that you use the word village just told me all of that. All right, let me build it. Wait, did I pause everything? All right, so we're just going to build the path up, and then we're going to put the rest of the parking lots down, and then we're going to probably wrap it up for the night. Let's see. Got that there. Oh. Ugh. I speak English, learning French, and my mother language is not English, but is another language. See? Told you. Told you. Told you. I almost want to guess Scandinavian. Slovakia. Yeah, I was talking about going to Slovakia earlier. Oh my God. Wait. No. Why? 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 All right, I got to build the path. Oh my god, this drives me nuts. It's slightly off. It is ever so slightly off. I use the same letters as English in my, well, Slovakia does too. Oh my god, look how off that is. Oh my god, that is disgusting. That is so disgusting. All right, I'm just going to... How did it get so misaligned? I'm angry. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We might be able to fix this. We might be... This... Okay, just calm down, guys. This still might be salvageable. Just relax, okay? Just relax. Okay. 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 All right. I think we can still recover from this. All right, let me turn snapping off. If I turn snapping off... Oh wait, okay. No, I still did have the path curving, but that's okay. Let me see. Yeah, the path curves a little bit, so it's not perfect. That's all right. It's okay. Sometimes, you know, things do not work out the way you want them to. And as I often say here, is like, that's okay. Like, things aren't always going to be perfect. And it's okay. And, you know, you can still enjoy. And just because it's not perfect, it doesn't mean it's any less valuable. Okay, but this better goddamn fit, or I am going to frickin'... Okay, woo, that was close. Okay, let's put this one up here. All right, I should be able to just snap on these here. Let's see, we got this. And then we got this one. And then, okay, so that went through. Okay, perfect. All right, so we have yet another row of parking lots. And let's go ahead and... How do we want to do the buses? I'm almost thinking we need 2 bus lines, right? Like, 1 bus line to serve the left side, 1 bus line to serve the right side. So the buses could come up. Maybe not. Maybe not. What if it just came up? I'm thinking, like, let's see, if it comes up and then it takes a right. And then what if it just goes zigzag like that? No. I'm going to leave it alone for now. I will worry about the bus line when I build another row. And then I wanted to look at the city entrance to see, is there... Okay, people are using the path now. So Joe was saying the last time, was saying that the path was not connected. But it definitely looks like things are connected now. I think. I don't see anybody walking over here. How can I tell if it's connected? Is that connected? I mean, they look the same. And, oh, wait, nope. Okay, is this person going to go across? Keep going, keep going. No, he turned. Keep going. Keep going. No. Come on, come on. Somebody cross the goddamn road. Oh my, what is this? What is this? How do you have 4,000 subs but there's only 3 people watching this? I don't know. I don't know. But it's because people aren't subscribing for my live content. They subscribe for the videos. I get subscriptions from the videos. I got so many subscriptions when I went to India. Just from walking around the street, and people would be like, are you a YouTuber? And I'd be like, yeah, I guess, kind of. All right, let me see. Besides, most of them are bots, probably. I get the feeling a lot of them are bots because I see the names. It'll tell you, like, who subscribes. And it's always like, you know, Imgabwe09376 has subscribed. I'm like, yay. The Sims, now, I'd rather get hit by a car than use the crosswalk. Yes, I mean, they would. All right, but I mean, traffic at the entrance was really bad the last time we were here. Things have seemed to have gotten a little bit better. The pedestrian traffic is still pretty heavy, but we're doing okay. Wow, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty neat. No, I like it. I like it a lot. All right. So we're at 38,000 people. I think Friday night when we do the drunk live stream, I was trying to think of a reasonable goal. And I was going to say 50,000, but I feel like 50,000 will be easy to hit probably within like 45 minutes. So maybe like 75,000 would be the... No. You know what? Why do we need a goal? Why do you need a goal in life? Like, just maybe the goal... You know what? You know what the goal will be for Friday? To have fun. That's what the goal will be. On Friday, when we do another live stream, the goal will be to have fun. And why am I like this? I hope that you join us. Hump Day is what we call it. I want to... Okay, why am I like this? This is curious. He said he lives in a village, and he doesn't know what Hump Day is. I feel like most countries... So I suddenly don't think why am I like this is European anymore. I feel like even most non-English speaking countries in Europe would know what Hump Day is. So that leaves South America. Given the time of day, it's probably not Asia or Oceania or something crazy like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to think South America. Are you South American? Maybe. I originally wanted to say Scandinavian. Like, I was originally thinking like Finnish or Swedish. Because I know, like in Finland and Sweden, like they use the term village a lot. Like when I was in Finland, they used the term village a lot. Like, oh, there's a small village about 30 minutes away that has a great buffet. The sun is down right now. Okay, so I mean the sun is down here where I'm at. So the sun is down, and the sun is down in literally half the world. Okay. So anyway, the goal, like I said for Friday, is to have fun. You're half Russian. A very big tip. I'm half Finland. You're in Finland, or you're in Russia, or Slovakia. No, you already said no to Slovakia. You're Finnish. You've got to be Finnish. I'm saying Finnish. Or you're like in one of those weird countries like Latvia, or one of those countries like I was talking about. The Behind Enemy Lines earlier in the stream, and what a great movie Behind Enemy Lines is. So maybe you're from one of the countries that Behind Enemy Lines is about. I'm not Scandinavian. Well, Finland technically is not Scandinavia, so you might be talking about a technicality there. You might be trying to throw me off because Finland is not part of Scandinavia. It is Nordic, but it is not Scandinavian. All right. My country was very important in World War II. Okay, well, now he's German. We got that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Why am I like this? I hope to see you on Friday. I will be drinking wine, getting drunk, building a city, and talking about life. Joe, I hope to see you on Friday. Everybody else listening, I hope to see all of you. All 3 people listening, hope to see you. I appreciate it. Be sure to click and subscribe. And I will see everybody here back on Friday with a glass of red wine. Take care. Bye-bye.